Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Rundown. I'm your host, Corin Davis. I hope you guys had a relaxing Thanksgiving break. Things have not slowed down here in Canyon. In fact, they're only speeding up. We have some exciting news, some exciting things going on campus, like, I don't know, the Lady Buff volleyball team hosting the NCAA Division II South Central Regional Tournament. So in honor of them earning the number one seed, I had on somebody who has made a tremendous impact on and off the volleyball court here at WT. You know her and you love her. Here is none other than the senior sensation, Torrey The Terminator Miller. All right, well, thank you for joining us tonight. I know you're busy preparing to compete in and host the regional tournament.
Yes, ma'am.
Which, by the way, WT Volleyball hasn't hosted the regional tournament in roughly a decade. So how special is this to accomplish that with this group of girls and to compete in front of your community on your home court?
Especially as a senior. I mean, coming in as a freshman, we were barely making the regional, getting knocked out in the quarterfinals. And me and Kendra have been laughing about it for weeks. Like, how crazy is it, like, the growth that we've seen the past 5 years? It's just so special to be able to, end my last postseason, even if it's just this little run. We plan on being in Pennsylvania, but my last little postseason regional tournament, here at the box, the place where it all started. And this place is so dear to my heart, for sure, and I'm sure everybody else's that's on this team. And so it's just so special to be able to do it here.
What was the team's initial reaction when you guys found out you were the top seed?
Literally just screams and cheers and maybe a few tears. I don't know, just seeing Kendra across the room and her eyes lighting up and seeing that this is her dream job. And it's crazy because she's literally our mom. And it's crazy to see her body of work and her being able to come from playing here and hosting as well, and then being on the other side of it, and her just being so proud of the whole body of work.
You've had quite the journey this season, especially battling injury, but what's impressed me the most is you haven't skipped a beat. I feel like if you're not able to swing fully on the front row, you're still passing, playing defense, lights out in the back row, putting up a great block. Was there something that motivated you during that time to persevere as you nursed yourself back to health?
Just understanding that my teammates understand where I am and that they know I'm giving everything that I can is a really big motivator, because it's really hard if your team doesn't understand why you can't give more, but them understanding that I'm giving everything that I can at the moment is really helpful. And also just being a person of faith, understanding that the things that I'm going through are gonna build me to be stronger in character, in strength, bodily strength, to be able to overcome things in the future, and understanding that this is exactly how it was supposed to be. And looking back, I wasn't allowed to play for several games at all. I was out with my knee and my ab, all the things, and being able to look back on that and now being healthy, I just get to see how God works and how He has a plan, and that if I would have just been stuck in the sadness of not being able to play or not being able to be to my full potential, then I never would have been here right now whenever it matters. So
that's powerful and a really, really great perspective to have. Speaking of your teammates, any chance they highlight your talent on the court, but they also emphasize how you positively impact them off of the court. You're a servant leader, the first one to lend a helping hand and encourage. When you hear those things, how does it make you feel?
At the beginning of the year, I was really thinking about the kind of legacy that I wanted to leave here, and obviously I have a physical legacy, and I've always been a physical leader on the court, but coming into this year, I really wanted to be able to connect with people and even just change their lives in the small moments that I get to connect with them. There's freshmen that I only get 1 year with, and if I can leave a positive impact on them, that will trickle down into whenever they're seniors and they leave a positive impact on their freshmen. That's all I really wanted, and so it just means the world that people that I've been able to give that to people.
And this program is about family and togetherness. It's very evident and apparent, especially this year, because, since July, August, there's been talk that your team has had this invisible target on their back. And I feel for most teams, they would crumble and that pressure would scare them and make them think, oh my gosh, I have the weight of the world on my shoulders. But this team, I've watched you guys all season and it's driven you even more. Would you say that's the case?
Absolutely. I mean, in the spring, we understood January 1st that there was going to be a target on our back as soon as we started. And so instead of just avoiding it and not talking about it, we stared it straight in the face. Starting literally first day of spring, we sat down and we talked about how big of a target we're going to have on our back. And just embracing that and almost expecting everyone's best every single time you step out on the court, and understanding that it's almost better to beat everyone at their best. And so just being able to look that in the face and not be scared of it, I think that's been our superpower this year.
Last question, wrapping it up, going back to regionals, what do you feel is the key for this Lady Buff volleyball team to walk away with a regional championship and advance to the Elite Eight?
I think kind of the same thing, just understanding that everyone wants to beat the 1 seed, and coming into this tournament knowing that we deserve to be the 1 seed, and that it's not going to be easy to come away with a championship this week, but we've built all the way up to this point, and we have all the tools that we need, and we have each other, and that's all we really need. So
well, I'm excited to watch you guys this weekend, cover you guys. I'm wishing you the best of luck as you progress into the rest of your season.
Thank you.
You're welcome. First serve for the number 5 ranked Lady Buff volleyball team will be today at 5 p.m. against conference rival UT Tyler. To purchase tickets or to learn more about the regional tournament, head over to our Go Buffs Go mobile app or gobuffsgo.com. Our men's and women's basketball team kickoff conference today. The Lady Buffs will take on University of Arkansas Fort Smith at 5 p.m. and the Buffs will follow that, also competing against University of Arkansas Fort Smith at 7:30. They will both be back home on campus on December 10th. You can watch all of these games on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. Believe it or not, the track and field season has just begun. The men's and women's team will be on the road December 9th at the Boo Rogers Combined Events and Crimson and Gold Invitational in Kansas. Please be sure to support all of our teams as they head into action. That's all for this week's episode. If you haven't already, please go follow us on our social media pages, Instagram, X, and Facebook at WT The Rundown. And if you're watching this on YouTube, we would love for you to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. We will see you next time. As always, we appreciate you tuning in. I'm Corinne Davis, and you're watching The Rundown.